This is Jason Martingale with the Martingale Report. I just want to talk about the Florida shooting that happened yesterday in Florida, Parkside, Florida. I just want to say a couple of words, Parkland, Florida, excuse me. I just want to say a couple of words about the shooting. According to reports, 17 people are dead, 14 are wounded. The person that did the shooting, I'm not going to say his name because he's had too much publicity. He has too much recognition. He has too much already. So I'm not going to say the name because according to report, he did a YouTube post on somebody's feed that he was going to be a professional school shooter. A professional school shooter. That's what he said. So I'm not going to give him his recognition. I'm not going to say his name. But I just want to say my heart go out to and prayers go out to all the family members that are burying their children. Their children. Mothers and fathers in Florida are burying their children. Now, on the politics side of this, everybody say, well, it's not time to talk about gun control. It's not time to talk about this. Well, when is the time? A person shot up 600 people in Vegas. That wasn't the time. Congress members got shot up. That wasn't the time. Sandy Hook, where babies were being killed. That wasn't the time. Now that 17 people have died, when is the time? When is the time to talk about gun control? No one needs an AR-15. No one needs that. And I get it, the Second Amendment. Everybody keep on saying, well, the Second Amendment. Well, you know what the Second Amendment says? The Second Amendment basically said you have the right to bear arms in a controlled militia. Nobody's trying to take away your guns. Nobody's trying to curtail your rights. But it's interesting that the gun lobbyists and the gun people that want to keep their rights to carry a gun refuses the right of a woman to have an abortion. It boggles my mind. And when we had a shooting before, President Obama put into effect that no person with mental illness can have a gun. If the Social Security Department deemed that this person is a threat to himself, a threat to his other people as mental illness, they were to put on this registry to not have a gun. President Trump overturned that. President Trump signed a bill that said, yes, mental people can have guns. That's what President Trump did. Every time a shooting happens, President Trump said, well, mental illness is what we need to take care of. Well, you took care of it. You signed a bill and Congress gave a bill, the Republican Congress gave a bill and said it's okay for mental ill patients to get guns. There is a bill that said mental health patients can get guns. And President Trump signed it. So every time he comes on TV and says, well, we need to talk about mental illness and we need to work on mental illness. Okay, we worked on mental illness. It's not working. It's not working. We are the richest nation in the world and we have more mass shootings than any country. Any country. But America's talking about how Chicago is better than Iraq. Chicago is a war zone. Detroit is a war zone because it's majority African American. You guys are missing the suburbs. These white suburban people, students, you're missing them. They're going on YouTube, they're going on Instagram, they're going on Facebook, and they're telling you what they're going to do. But you're worried about Detroit, you're worried about Chicago, you're worried about the African Americans. These white terrorists are going on social media and telling you what they're going to do. Okay, and if you see something, say something. Okay, see something, say something. This guy in Florida, the students told the FBI that this man is, this person has a problem. Teachers were told that this person has a problem. He was expelled from school. Police, FBI, teachers, principal, guidance were all told that this person has a problem. Because he wasn't a person of color, because he was not black, because he was not Hispanic, because he was not Muslim, they did not listen. They did not listen. 17 people are dead. 17. Got guns legally. No one needs an AR-15. You don't need it. You don't need it for hunting. You don't need it for sport. You don't need an AR-15. Okay, but our rights. So what about rights? A woman has a right to an abortion, but you said, no, you can't have an abortion. People have a right to be transgender. No, you can't do that. Gay people got the right to marry. There were constant battles on the right, on the Republican right side, and saying, no, you can't do that. No, gay people can't get married. No, women cannot have an abortion. No. But I can keep my gun. It's my right as an American citizen to have a gun. But it's not right for a woman to have an abortion. It's not right for transgender people to transition. It's not a right for gay people to get married, but it's my right to have a gun. At some point in time, the Republicans need to get it together. Get it together. And this last point, 600 people were killed in one night. Wounded and killed in one night in Vegas by a domestic white terrorist. This is what people need to start saying. Domestic white terrorists. They have no problem talking about Muslims. They have no problem talking about Hispanics. They have no problems talking about African Americans. But when it comes to white people, it's, oh, they're just mentally ill. They're just, we just need to see something, say something. Like, but blacks, thugs, criminals, Muslim, terrorists, Hispanics, immigrants. White people kill people. Oh, they just mentally drained. They're just mentally ill. No, they're domestic white terrorists. And President Trump needs to say it like that. He has no problem calling Muslims terrorists. He needs to call anybody who kills and wounds 600 people in one night. That's a domestic terrorist. Anybody who kills 17 people for no apparent reason. If he was bullied, he needs to get over it. If he's had problems because his mother passed away, his father passed away, he needs to get mental help, but he needs to take care of himself. He does not need to take everybody down with him. When it comes to white people and mass shootings, when they have a bad day, everybody has a bad day. When they get up on the wrong side of the bed, I want to kill someone. And they go ahead and do it. But the Americans and Trump and the Republicans are talking about MS-13. African Americans in Chicago and Detroit. Muslims coming from different countries to kill us. We have domestic white terrorists in America, and no one's talking about it, and no one's saying anything about it. I'm tired of the mass shootings. 18. It's barely February. Barely February. 18. And they got guns legally. But the NRA, I don't understand what power the NRA has. I don't understand. I don't understand. What power? What is this power that the NRA has over Congress? Congress. The Congress that was for the people is voted in by the people, supposed to protect the people, and is hired by the people. But they're answering to the NRA. The NRA. that's all I have to say about that. And I just want to say that my heart goes out to the families of the people who were killed in Florida. Senseless. Senseless. They went through the steps. They told authorities. They told the teacher. They told the principal. They told the FBI. They told the police department that you need to look at this person. He has a problem. But they're pulling over blacks left and right because they have a tail light missing. They're pulling over blacks left and right because they have tinted windows. They're pulling over blacks left and right because they go two miles over the speed limit. Authorities, police department, FBI told them that this white domestic terrorist has said he's going to shoot up the school, and nothing was done. Black people can't even walk down the street in a white neighborhood without getting pulled over. Black people can't even go to a expensive store and try to buy something without being looked at and checked and harassed. They told you that this person was going to shoot up the school. Nothing was done. Nothing was done. His name was not on any list. Hell, he wasn't even interviewed. Mexican people are being pulled over left and right because they want to check their immigration status. Muslims are being harassed left and right because they wear a hijab. But this white domestic terrorist didn't even get an interview. And they told them that he said he wanted to shoot up a school. There was pictures on his Instagram. There's pictures on his Snapchat. There's pictures on Facebook. There's pictures on YouTube. And nothing was done, and 17 people are dead. Oh yes, something was done. President Trump signed a bill that said mentally ill people can get guns. That was done. But when it comes to the gun talk, oh, it's not the time to talk about that. It's not the time to talk about that. The Republicans, it's not the time to talk about that. There's no need to politicize someone's death. But when it comes to immigrants killing somebody, oh, we need to build the wall because these immigrants are coming and killing our people. But a white domestic terrorist kills somebody, it's not the time to talk about gun control. It's not the time. The police were told that this person needs to be talked to, and nothing was done. Nothing. This is Jason Martingale with the Martingale Special Report.